Oh my goodness. I have moved a lot of things in my life. This is an antique ice box. This is an early refrigerator. I'm gonna need to do a little bit of work on it, but it just worked the heck out of me. This is the drain hole for the fridge, because you would get a block of ice that would go in there, and the block of ice, of course, would melt, and has a corrugated steel piece that leads to a drip spot. And basically it was convection. The ice went in here, the cool air would fall, and it would circulate in here, and then the hot air would rise and get sucked back in. And so you had natural convection in with this thing. This sucker, you can see, that's where the ice set in. And you can see the pipe that went through. And so the water would drop into this point here and drain out. Wow. Bonus piece. Huh. This is, wow, this is cool. This is the ice block. You get your block of ice and put it on there, and that would grab a hold of it. Wow. Can't wait to get this thing going. This is gonna go upstairs, I think, but it weighs a ton. Not a lot of insulation, of course, with these things, because it's basically a box for an air pocket to be in there. All right. Whew. I'm spent. And there she is. Old time. Check this out. Old time ice box. That's the old drain for it. You put a block of ice on here, it melts, it goes around that tray, it drains out the bottom, and then I think this knob is missing. Oh, hang on.
There, 200 years ago. Cinnamon sticks.
There we go. There we go. And here's what would happen. Put the block of ice here, it would melt, drain out the bottom, the cold air would drop down here, and it would have natural convection, and so it would circulate down as it falls, and the warmer air would rise, and when it would rise, it would come through here, and then it would get cold again. So that was your natural convection. McKay Seamless One Piece Provision Changer. McKay Refrigeration Company, Brooklyn, New York. It came from New York City. New York City. Yeah, New York City. I'm thinking about this. Now, it would not be cheap, but what I could do is get a refrigeration kit for like a boat. And they actually have cold plates. And I could put a cold plate here and then two on the bottom. And then this would actually be a working refrigerator.
History from your life, you know?
What do you think? Maybe? We'll see. All right, good people. We got games to go to. Well, happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys being part of Joe Boo's Day Job. You know, it has been a crazy year, and I can't believe how fast the year has gone by. Me and the wife are actually going to spend New Year's Eve here together, just the two of us here at the house. And it's about 7 o'clock, and the two of us are working on this house. We decided last year, because I'm such a big football fan, and because I do, you know, my YouTube about the Dallas Cowboys, that trying to do working on the house and coming down here, because my studio was at the other house, we made a conscious decision to say, we're going to go crazy trying to get this place done in the off season. Fortunately, we got a lot of it done where I actually got electricity and internet and stuff in here, and was able to do a lot of the stuff that I normally do at home here working on the red brick house. And it has been so rewarding. When we started last February, as soon as the Super Bowl was over, we had electricity hooked up in the house, and we had the kitchen floor basically. We had basically the kitchen framed up, and that's about it. We had yet to even take out. There was a chimney that was right there. That was actually the first project that my wife did. She wanted to know, what can I do? And we had gotten, my buddy Jed had been up on the roof and taken the chimney down from there. And we had to take all the bricks out. And that's the first spot right there where the pillows are that my wife started working. She, like a trooper, took those things down. They threw them out the window. Eventually I moved them all over to the other side. And that was literally like a dungeon back in there. And that started all the work that we started doing on this place. And now, looking at it, how it's come together, for me has been amazing. Doing some things, I scraped a lot of the loose paint off of this yesterday, and I just wanted to get it painted because I was tired of looking at it looking really bad. But I realized before I started putting another coat of paint on it, I needed to smooth it out. So I've actually gone through with wood floor finisher and have just pulled it really tight in here to smooth it out. So that way I won't have to do a whole lot of sanding on this before I go ahead and put the paint back on it. I've gone through and I absolutely love the bookcases that are in here. Don't know what's going to go up in here yet. That'll be the wife figuring that out. But getting the hardware on the cabinets. I wanted to get the drawers made over here, but I guess I'll do that maybe tomorrow. We're going to probably stay here tomorrow and do some more work before I go back and get ready for my tailgate. But the finishing touches of things, you know, to see curtains and the candles in the window, to start seeing the plants in here, to see the floors finished and the railings. It's humbling to think of the year that we've had in this house. I think about the heat of the summer and sweating our butts off, and you know, climbing up on the roof, and my brother painting that, and my buddy Jet putting tile in the bathrooms. Michael, you know, where we literally had to make a channel in the brick and set a conduit into the wall so we could pull all the wiring so that way we wouldn't see it. We still have stuff to do, like I need to go back through and put finished plaster in places and stuff in here. But, you know, for the most part, the worst of this is over. Now it's kind of the finishing touches. And the finishing touches just make it that much better. To have a sofa in here. I'm going to continue to keep working. I know my wife will as well. To not only make this a great place for us, but to make this a great place that the community can be proud of, and looking back on our history. And, you know, all of our history, the good and the bad. And this place has been a blessing. So I'm going to let the battery charge up a bit here, and then I'll show you some more of what I've been doing. It's like I said, it's the little touches. It's getting the handles on the doors and things that make it that much better.